Hey, Ronnie Swafford here again. Today I want to talk about the points in the middle. What I mean by that is, it's always easy to remember the highs and the lows, the beginning and the end, your goal and when you reach it. Those are very clear in your mind, and they're clear in other people's minds too. In a lot of training, you'll see that people will say, I started from here and it's a terrible place and it's dark and it's lonely and unsuccessful. And then they'll take you through their journey on the high spots. So you'll see that the places where they've succeeded, certain markers in your brain that tell you, hey, this was a good day. This is when I made this happen. This is when I made the other thing happen. But what I think we miss when we're talking to people about our journeys is those days in the middle. I mean, the day that starts when you decide, no more, I can't take this, I'm going to change my life, and here's how. And you implement those changes. So that's a mile marker. That's a turning point in your life. Easy to remember. Your brain holds on to that. But what is the third week out of the six weeks it took you to get to a certain point that you're proud of? What was that third week like? What happened on that day, that average Tuesday in that third week at 4 o'clock in the morning when you woke up for no reason? What was going through your mind? What were your challenges then? So briefly, I'll try to address how to see your days or how I saw my days. Let's just tell my story because I don't know what your story is. But those days to me are very important. And I go back on purpose and say, well, what did I do on this day that made a difference, that allowed me to get to the next day and the next, and then get to that goal I was trying to reach? And one thing is about being flexible. The point in the middle is about making small progress, or conversely, not punishing yourself when you don't. That's one thing that led to my success, I think, and the goals I had for myself is not beating myself up if I had a day when everything just went to hell. When I didn't eat right, I didn't have the right mindset, maybe I got angry when I shouldn't have, but I didn't beat myself up. Tomorrow's a new day. Every day is a new day. So I knew what I was trying to do, and it wasn't an immediate change. So sometimes if you don't do well on a day, just forgive yourself, go to bed, wake up, and try again tomorrow. This process will happen, whether it's intentional or not. And by that, I mean that you'll either get better and move closer to your goals, or you will move the other way. Very rare that you just stay stuck in one point. You're usually either accelerating your growth or it's declining in some way. The key is to take a day, any day of the last week, and say, well, I could have done this or that or the other thing better. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Don't beat yourself up for whatever you did, but say, why did I act this way? Or why did I avoid exercise if that's what you're trying to do? Or why did I eat the foods I know make me feel awful, if diet's your thing? So get a perspective on what that day was like. It's not about giving yourself an excuse or a free pass on every day of your life, but once a day's gone, it's in the past anyway. You're not going to be able to change it, so forgive yourself for it. See by analysis what you did in that day that you would rather have done differently, and try for the next day. If you win on one of the things you're trying to do, let's say you wanted to do push-ups, walk several miles, and you wanted to not get angry all day. Well, what if you just did the push-ups? You managed not to walk, and you also got angry, but you did the push-ups. Celebrate that victory. Keep in mind what you can do differently to meet all your goals in the days going forward. Eventually, if you keep up, staying, aware would be the right word. If you're aware of how you're living your days and you make incremental improvements, eventually you'll get to one of those milestones, and you'll always remember that. But don't forget, in these days when you might be down or discouraged because something went wrong, it's all a process. Keep moving through that process. That's it for today.